Greetings and welcome, Play and Plug TV fans. This is Andrew Lotz here at Origins with the continued coverage. I'm here with Erik and Jason Bulmahn, the creative minds in part behind a lot of what Pathfinder and Paizo are up to. And we want to take the opportunity to talk with you about what you're up to lately, what the future holds for Pathfinder, and those sorts of things. So I'll start with that. Pathfinder is doing great. I just purchased the Ultimate campaign recently, which we're loving. People are saying nothing but good things. I run what may be the highest security required gaming group in the country. You have to get security clearance to game with us because we use a secure conference room, and we're playing the Kingmaker series, and so we love what you've done from Kingmaker to Ultimate campaign. So what's next in your offerings?
Well, for the core rule line, we just released Ultimate Campaign, came out a few weeks ago. We're really excited to see fans digging into that book with the downtime system and kingdom building and background stuff for characters and things like that. But our next book coming out here at Gen Con is Mythic Adventures, which is a big, exciting book that lets you play a hero that is beyond other heroes, a legendary hero, in fact. So we're really excited to see that book. It went through an extensive public playtest, and we're looking forward to people getting a chance to dig into it.
Good, good. Now, one of the things that I personally love about the Pathfinder system is the way that you've been crafting the world of Pathfinder, the sort of narratives, the different regions, and then with each successive product and each new adventure path that you're bringing out, there's sort of more depth added. What's the end goal of this? I mean, is there going to be a stopping point? Is there going to be where are you headed with that?
Well, we don't have any planned stopping point, certainly. I mean, when we sat down to create the Pathfinder campaign setting years ago, we asked all of the gamers on our staff to kind of think of all the different types of campaigns people would want to play. So we knew some people wanted to play just a pure dungeon crawl campaign, so we had to make sure there was a big, giant dungeon in the world. We knew some people maybe never wanted to leave the confines of a big city, so we got big cities. We have political intrigue, we've got horror, we've got a crashed spaceship in one of our countries. And so we've got as many different sort of campaign themes as we have countries in the world, and we've been with our Adventure Path product, which is a monthly series of 6 linked adventures. Every year we do 2 different adventure paths, and each one of those kind of focuses on a different region in our campaign setting. We just sent the 75th volume of Pathfinder to the printer last week, so we have no plans to stop anytime soon. It keeps getting more and more popular, and now the kind of cool thing is, if you come to Pathfinder and you haven't maybe seen Pathfinder Adventure Path before, you've got a lot of different flavors to choose from. You know, like you mentioned, the Kingmaker Adventure Path, that one is kind of you guys are running a country, you build the country, you got to kind of pacify the wilderness and build your own towns, and there's economic aspects to it, it's a sandbox. And then the one that we're starting to coincide with Mythic Adventures that Jason mentioned at this year's Gen Con is called Wrath of the Righteous. And that one has got some mythic rules in it. You can take on awesome powers, and you're going into a part of the world called the World Wound, where the layers between the material plane and the abyss have become weak, and a bunch of demons have invaded, and it's your job basically to take the fight to the demons and close that link between the planes. And so we had just come off Skull and Shackles Adventure Path, where you get to play pirates, and we're like, maybe it's time to give the players the opportunity to be truly like good guys.
Sure.
And then right after that, we got another one. So we keep on going.
Good. So one of the sort of things that happened to me in my age of gaming is that I was sort of inherited a bunch of existing systems, right? I played Greyhawk, and so that was the world that of Gygax had created. But one of the things that I think a lot of people who play Pathfinder that I know are loving is the fact that they're there on the ground floor with the creation of the world. And it's been fun for this generation of gamers that has had a lot of the world created. Here, take this, but now people feel like they're really a part of it. Is that something that you're intending to do with the product, or is it just a happy happenstance of this era of gaming?
Well, I think, for us it's just as exciting to explore it as well. For us, we get to, put together an entire world, and it's a journey of exploration for all of us, and we're really excited to share it with everybody else, and our fans are so passionate about what we do, and they're always helping us, right? We spend a great deal of time on our message boards listening to what they want and what they want to see, and we try to find ways to make that stuff happen. So it's fun and exciting, and we love doing it.
Now, when it comes to fantasy role-playing, there's a lot of tropes there involved, a lot of sort of standards. And you've now, with the new one expanding to the mythical things, right? Are you ever going to run out of tropes which you have to engage with? Right? Is that a worry that like you're like, okay, we ticked pirates off, we ticked kings off, we ticked the frozen north off, the desert one's done, which is a fantastic one, by the way. I'm just going to say that was one of my favorites. So.
No, not really. I don't think so. There's so many different flavors of fantasy, you know. And like I said, when we sat down for the campaign setting, we thought of like 50 different flavors or types of things people could do. You know, anything from sort of naval adventuring to we've got a country sort of inspired by revolutionary France. So we got all kinds of stuff, and not just like barbarians and knights in shining armor. You know, it goes a pretty wide variety of stuff. And then we have whole other continents that we haven't even developed at all, where we sort of assume there's areas that are a little bit more like the ancient world. There's areas that are just flat out weird, and so we take our inspiration from the whole wide variety of fantasy, everything from Tolkien and Robert E. Howard all the way up to like China Mieville or Jim Butcher, you know, modern writers. And, you know, as long as people keep coming up with cool ideas for fantasy worlds, as long as people are playing Pathfinder, we feel like we'll be able to continually come up with new twists and things that people are going to want to see.
One of the things that is great about Pathfinder's sort of recent stuff I found is like the new monster tokens that you have, those punch outs. I'm loving them to death, and I GM a lot, and it's nice that I can just carry them flatly. Are you hoping to get to a point where with every adventure path you can release them along with, or are you going to still pick and choose?
Not only am I hoping to get to that point, we've actually been at that point for like 6 months now. Okay. So with Skull and Shackles going forward, every adventure path we've done has a pawn collection with it. And so we may go back and do some of the older ones, but certainly from that point forward, the plan is always to release a new pawn set. Usually it comes after, we've published the 6 volumes, because then, I mean, just frankly, we have all the art at that point in time. And we also do pawn collections, pawn boxes. So like Bestiary box, Bestiary 2 box, NPC Codex box is about to come out. Each of those have between 300 and 400 pawns that give you pretty much everything you need to play the monsters and NPCs from those big resources of stat blocks and creatures to fight.
Well, this is Andrew Lotz with Play Unplugged TV. I'm here with Jason Bulmahn and Erik Mono from Paizo and Pathfinder, and I want to thank you guys again for speaking to us. Remember to follow Play Unplugged on Twitter, like us on Facebook, join and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then leave some comments right below where you're watching this video. Thank you very much.
Thank you.